Genesis chapter 50. Joseph bowed down upon his father's face, weeping and kissing him. He directed his physicians, servants of his, to embalm his father. The physicians embalmed Israel. 40 days were spent in this process, the time required for embalming. Then the Egyptians mourned for him for 70 days. After the days of mourning had passed, Joseph addressed the household of Pharaoh. He said, "If I have found favor in your eyes, please convey this message to Pharaoh. My father made me swear an oath, saying, 'I am about to die. Bury me in the grave I prepared for myself in the land of Canaan. Now allow me to go and bury my father and then return.'" Pharaoh responded, "Go and bury your father, as he made you promise." So Joseph went up to bury his father. Accompanying him were Pharaoh's servants, the elders of his household, and all the elders of Egypt. Joseph's entire household, his brothers, and his father's household also went with him. Only their little ones, flocks, and herds remained in the land of Goshen. Chariots and horsemen also went up with him. It was a sizable company. They arrived at the threshing floor of Atad, beyond the Jordan, and there they conducted a great and intense mourning. For 7 days he observed a period of mourning for his father. The Canaanites who lived in that area saw this mourning at the threshing floor of Atad and said, "This is a solemn mourning for the Egyptians." Thus, they named it Abel-mizraim, which is beyond the Jordan. Following his father's instructions, his sons carried him into the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave of Machpelah, which Abraham had purchased along with the field as a burial site from Ephron the Hittite, near Mamre. After burying his father, Joseph returned to Egypt, along with his brothers and all those who had gone with him to bury his father. Joseph's brothers, realizing that their father had passed away, said, "Perhaps Joseph holds a grudge against us and will surely repay us for the wrong we did him." So they sent a messenger to Joseph, saying, "Before he died, your father gave this command. Tell Joseph this: please forgive the transgression of your brothers and their sin, for they did you wrong. So now, please forgive the transgression of the servants of the God of your father." Joseph wept when they spoke to him. His brothers also came and fell before him, saying, "We are your servants." Joseph reassured them, saying, "Do not be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So do not be afraid. I will provide for you and your little ones." And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. Joseph lived in Egypt, along with his father's household. He lived for 110 years. Joseph saw the descendants of Ephraim to the 3rd generation. Also, the children of Machir, son of Manasseh, were raised on Joseph's knees. As his life drew to a close, Joseph addressed his brothers, "I am about to die. God will surely come to your aid and bring you up from this land to the land he promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." Joseph made the Israelites swear an oath and said, "God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up from this place." So Joseph died at the age of 110. His body was embalmed and placed in a coffin in Egypt.